Good afternoon, Coolest Coast. It is time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon and welcome to this episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge. Thank you to CELEBRATION News for sponsoring our episode. And I'd like to welcome to our show, Kaonou Hang-Vue. Kaonou, it is so good to see you and dressed so beautifully. Welcome to Coffee on the Coast.
Thank you, Tina. Hi.
Hi. So we should tell viewers that this is in preparation of Hmong American Day, which will be celebrated in Manitowoc on Sunday, May 14th. Before we get into the meat of why you're here, can you tell viewers a little bit about Hmong American Day and how they might be able to participate?
Yeah, so every May, the library does put on an exhibit, and it's a Hmong exhibit that they put on every year. And then usually on May 14th or around May 14th, our city also puts on an event because our city was actually the second city to proclaim May 14th as Hmong American Day by our mayor.
Nice. That's awesome. So that's Sunday, May 14th. But there's more. So what Kaonou was just mentioning is that the library also has a celebration, and I'm going to put up this graphic because it is a celebration of Hmong culture on Thursday, May 18th. This is at 6 p.m. It's in the Balkansky Room at the Manitowoc Public Library. It says, join the local Hmong community to learn about and share in their culture, from food and crafts to music, language, and dress. Okay, Kaonou, I'm so intrigued. Tell us more. What should we know about this?
So every year for Hmong Night, we usually provide some Hmong or Asian treats so that everybody can get a taste of my culture. This year, we're also going to have two dance groups from Sheboygan come and perform for us. We'll be putting on some Hmong music. We'll be reading a simple book in Hmong. All the kids that come will be able to make and bring home a Hmong hat. And then something special about this year is we actually have a Hmong artist. His name is Va Mo, and he's actually from Fresno, California. He generously donated 4 of his images of his artwork, and we're going to raffle it off that night. So if you want to win one of the artworks, and those 4 artworks are actually on display at the Manitowoc Public Library right now. So you can take a visit to the library, look at the exhibit, and see which artwork you like. And that night you could take home one of those pieces of artworks. And the artwork is actually poster size. So they're actually something that's very big and you can actually put on your wall. And all 4 of them are gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of Hmong-inspired artwork.
Oh, that is awesome. Right. So at the library right now, there is a display on the second floor. I do have pictures of just a few things. So there's some of the Hmong dress and jewelry. Look at the beadwork. This is just incredible. And then there's also a case that has all different style hats. And are those like belts down below?
So the bottom layer, I put some very vintage and traditional Hmong items down there. They're very valuable because nowadays we may not be able to get those items anymore. The things that we wear now are more modern, they're easier to wear. And so things like that, my parents bought them for me and they're kind of put away in a suitcase for me for my dowry for when I got married. So those things are they're priceless. We may not be able to get them anymore. And so I wanted to display some of those. And then the hats are some of the hats that are mine. I love collecting hats. That's probably just, I don't know, maybe a fourth of the hats that I own. But they're very fancy and they're beautiful. And I wanted everybody to see how vibrant my culture is.
Yeah, you're right. It's very colorful, very beautiful. Are there different distinctions, different events that you would wear a certain hat for? Or is it, as you feel in the morning or something that goes best with the outfit? What sort of dictates what hat you're going to wear?
So back when we had less options and when I was younger, the hat that I'm wearing right now, it's called a turban hat. And nowadays we actually wear it as a hat. So it comes right on and right off. But when I was a teenager, we actually had to take this long piece of dark purple material, and somebody who knew how to wrap the turban had to actually wrap the turban on our heads. And so it was very difficult. It was very time consuming. And you had to have somebody who knew how to do that, put it on you. Nowadays, it's very simple. This is a hat that a lot of people wear. It's very traditional. It's very common. And nowadays, you pick the hat that matches your outfit. So you can match it because it's very fancy. It's, big like your outfit. You can match it to the color. You can match it to the style. Nowadays, it's kind of like anything goes.
Nice. So you really get to have fun with your fashion.
Yes, yes.
So let's talk a little bit about your fashion. I see you've got this gorgeous necklace on. Can you even give us like a full view?
Sure. I'll see if I can stand up a little bit here.
Oh, that's cool. And do I hear it jingling? Is it making sound?
Yes. So I usually jingle more than I do today because usually I've got a coin belt on. Usually there's coins on my outfit too, but today it's just my necklace that's jingling. I wore this outfit today because it's probably the best example of something that is both modern and traditional. If you were able to kind of look at the artwork on my sleeves and on my shirt, this is something that my mom and I, as a teen, we would have hand sewn. It's very common, the color, the formation, everything. But this outfit is actually it's actually machine made. And if you didn't know that, you would think that it's handmade because it's so beautifully done. The material, if it was a traditional outfit, it would probably be just plain black. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but the black material is actually very shiny. So it's very modern. So it looks like it's traditional, but it's actually a very modern outfit. And my necklace is actually something that's very modern as well. I feel like the more modern we get, the bigger and fancier it gets. I should have wore a modern or a traditional necklace so you guys could see what one looks like. But usually, when you do know that it's a traditional one versus one that's more modern, the ones that are very traditional are made out of silver, and they're very, very, very heavy. This one's very light. I can put it on and off very easily. My neck doesn't hurt at the end of the day after I'm done wearing it.
Nice. Okay, so in this image, there's also a necklace. How would you talk about these two? Are these also, on the modern track, or where do they
Yes.
fit in?
So both of these are very modern as well. If you go to the picture where it has the hats in there, on the bottom level, you can see a necklace in there. And that one is one that is very traditional. Even though it doesn't have a lot of strands, it's still very heavy because it's real silver. And the ones that we wear nowadays, it's not real silver anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. And then what about the length of your dress? Is that a short? Is it
Yep.
long?
So as a teenager growing up, all of our dresses were kind of like mid calf or they fell below the knee. Nowadays, you have the ones that are super short. You have the ones that fall, above the knee, below the knee, and you even have skirts that go all the way to the floor. And so nowadays we have so many options. But back then, everybody's outfits were pretty similar, and all of our skirts, fell below the knee. As a teen, I don't think anybody had skirts that were, shorter than the knee.
Okay. But now, again, you can have fun with your fashion and choose
Yes,
what you want.
yes, yes.
So is there significance, the colors, the patterns, does that align you with like, a family clan or anything like that?
So our outfits, there are different things that can kind of tell where you are or where you come from. It can kind of tell, what dialect you speak as well, and what kind of Hmong you are, what tribe of Hmong you are. There's like black Hmong, striped Hmong, white Hmong, green Hmong. And so our decorations, our clothes, the way that our clothes are sewn together, the types of hat, it all comes together. And I would say, people like my parents' generation, they would know a lot more about that. Nowadays, we put together what looks good and what we feel like what looks good.
So when you think about like the Hmong community here, are there still all of those distinctions, or is it one community?
No, I think nowadays, because we are becoming more Americanized, we are losing a lot of our culture. There are individuals who, still, are very into our culture and they make it a point to learn about our culture. And I think those people still, honor it and they still know about that. But honestly, for me, when I put on my clothes, like I'll know that I'm wearing striped Hmong. But nowadays, we can wear whatever kind of Hmong we want. in the past, you would wear, whatever kind of Hmong you are. So if you were, like a green Hmong, you would wear more of a green Hmong outfit. If you were a white Hmong, you'd wear more of a white Hmong outfit. But nowadays, you can wear whatever you want. You can buy whatever you want. You're not necessarily restricted to, what kind of Hmong you are.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, how often do you dress in like the beautiful Hmong fashion that you're wearing today? Is that daily or is it just on special occasions?
So it's just on special occasions. And for us, when we pull out these clothes, it's usually for either weddings or New Year's. Those are the two times that we, pull out our clothes and we wear them for our New Year's, especially lately. We wear kind of like our best outfits, like the hottest, the trendiest outfits. Or, like we like to take pictures in our outfits. So we'll pull out our clothes to take pictures and things like that. But usually it's weddings and New Year's where we wear our outfits.
Cool. And then so at the event on the 18th, do you imagine that most people that are attending will have their outfits on?
So I did invite some family and friends, and I told them that, if you have Hmong clothes, please wear them. If anybody who's attending the event has Hmong inspired clothes, if they have a purse or anything like that, please feel free to wear it also.
Cool. Let's remind people. So we are talking about a celebration of Hmong culture. It's Thursday, May 18th, 6 p.m. It's in the Balkansky Room at Manitowoc Public Library. Everyone is welcome to join. It's going to be an experience where you can enjoy the local Hmong culture. You can learn about and share in their culture. There's going to be some food, snacks, crafts, music, language, dress. Kaonou, can you invite people in Hmong?
Sure. Nhớ rằng trong này tan thọ Hnu chỉ linh từวันที่เกาหลีในtanตัวไป library and มองตะเกียบไปยอnó sĩ thàไปยอlập vòng trong những nhiều ở xí lô tiền tạo để lúc chỉ linh từวันที่เกาหลีในtanตัวnóไปở xí.
Beautiful, beautiful. So if you want to get prepared, viewers, there is Hmong American Day being celebrated this Sunday, May 14th in Washington Park. And then there's going to be the Hmong Cultural Celebration on May 18th at the Manitowoc Public Library. To get prepared for it as well, there are already some traditional Hmong things on display on the second floor at the library, including clothes, hats. There's also some artwork, and Kaonou told us today that artwork is going to be raffled off on May 18th, so you might want to get a preview so you know what you want to put your dollars behind so you can decorate your walls. Is there anything else you'd want people to know about what's coming up?
Please spread the word. While I was putting up the exhibit, I had a lot of people come up to me and just, ask me about what's happening, what's going on. And some people don't know about the May 14th event. So just make sure you spread the word. Come enjoy a night. If you have little kids, bring them along. They'll have a blast.
Very cool. I'm so glad that you joined us, Kaonou. Thank you for sharing this news. Thank you for spearheading the effort and organizing this celebration. I think it is so worthwhile to celebrate the Hmong community that makes our community diverse and beautiful.
Thank you for featuring me, Tina. I love talking to you.
Oh, the feeling is so mutual. Thanks, Kaonou. I'm going to leave this up as we sign off, and I appreciate everyone for joining us today for this episode of Coffee on the Coast. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.